Hello everybody, my name is Michaela Embasoth. Thank you so much for watching the Know Your Heart Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy Awareness video prepared by Eyob Hope for Children and Youth, Inc. Here to tell us more about this heart condition are Dr. Teferi Metuhu, Dr. Adam Asvat, and Dr. Menna Seifu. On December 11, 2020, our life changed forever when we lost my younger 17-year-old brother, Eyob Ambasau, to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Let me start with you, Dr. Metuhu. What is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy?
Thank you for having us. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM, is the type of heart disease where heart muscle grows excessively thick. Let me quickly go over about the heart structure here. On average, human heart has thickness of 1 centimeter. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, that thickness grows 2 to 3 centimeters. When heart muscles are thick, it leads to abnormal heart function that ultimately leads to deleterious outcomes such as sudden cardiac arrest. Sudden cardiac arrest is an electrical abnormality of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy where heart suddenly and unexpectedly stop beating and pumping blood around the body. Unfortunately, this is very critical condition unless somebody receives CPR or AED shock immediately. Otherwise, they will be succumb to their disease. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is most commonly inherited heart disease, and it can affect anybody. There's no external physical traits that can be seen, that can be screened for. So therefore, a program like this, where we increase awareness of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, is very important.
I am Thomas Ambasau, Eyob's older brother. Eyob was a very active young man who was a member of the West Ranch High School football team as well as the West Ranch High School track team. To Dr. Azrat, who is affected by this disease, and is there an age group that the disease mostly affects?
About 1 in 500 in the general population is estimated to be affected by HCM. Actually, recent data suggests that it may be as prevalent as 1 in 200. Unfortunately, a lot of these cases go undiagnosed. HCM affects pretty much all age groups, and although present at birth or childhood, it seems more apparent in late teens and early 20s. Most are diagnosed at middle age. We do not have a lot of studies for HCM in diverse population, but it is thought to affect every gender and race equally.
Dr. Azrat, can you please tell us what are the causes of this disease? My brother Eyob was on a healthy diet. He never smoked, never consumed alcohol, and never used illegal substances. He lived on a healthy diet. He lived a hard, healthy lifestyle.
Causes of HCM are not always known, but it is thought to be a genetic disorder. It is the most common inherited heart condition and is caused by mutations of genes that affect the heart muscle. It is an autosomal dominant condition, meaning individuals with HCM have a 50% chance of passing on the predisposition to this disease to their offsprings.
Eyob grew up playing basketball with me and his friends, played various team sports such as basketball, baseball, track, football, and any activity that requires physical fitness. He never seemed to show any pain or discomfort during these sports activities. Dr. Seifu, what are the symptoms of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy?
So the majority of people with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM, don't have any symptoms. And unfortunately, this first symptom can be cardiac arrest, or the heart stopping, which happened to Eyob. The symptom that would make people seek medical advice is a fainting episode, or a syncope. Others might feel very lightheaded or almost have a passing out episode without actually passing out with vigorous activity. Chest pain, shortness of breath, palpitations, or extreme fatigue can happen with exercise or exertion, but these symptoms are not specific to HCM, so very difficult. So people, when they feel these symptoms, should seek medical advice. If it's pretty advanced, people can have leg swelling, but that usually is seen in older folks when heart failure has already set in and fluid is backing up into the rest of the body. Very unlikely to see it in younger athletes.
My brother Eyob always took his health seriously. He completed his medical clearance checkups prior to participating in any sports activities. There is nothing alarming in his checkups, and he was always able to fully participate in his sports team. Dr. Metaku, what kind of checkups are recommended for athletes of his age that have such a deadly disease?
Screening is very controversial and continues to evolve as our awareness becoming more common knowledge. As awareness becoming common knowledge, parents of the children demand more screening for the children before they participate in athletic activities. Pre-participation history and physical examination is the most important part of screening athletes before they participate in any exercise or activities. Taking a history and physical examination requires a thorough history, not only the history of the child or youth, but also family history. If I go more into detail about what family history is, most important history is if there's any sudden cardiac death or unexplained fainting spell or cardiac event, especially any family member younger than age 40. Secondarily, the history of the athlete is also very important, which includes if they had a history of unexplained fainting spells or seizure activities during or after exercise, chest pain or chest discomfort with exercise, excessive shortness of breath with an exercise, or palpitation or irregular heartbeats with an exercise. Any of these symptoms should lead somebody to refer them probably to cardiologists for further workup. When it goes to a physical exam, athletes traditionally get screened with a physical exam, cardiac exam, which includes assessing for any cardiac murmurs. If they have a heart murmurs or abnormal EKGs, they should be referred to cardiologists appropriately so they can be screened with a cardiac ultrasound to assess for this condition of HCM.
Dr. Sethu, Eyob and his friends were playing basketball in our backyard when they realized he wasn't doing so well. 911 was called right away and the paramedics tried their best to save his life. He was taken to the hospital. Sadly, we were informed that once patients show these symptoms, they almost always lose their life. How could this deadly outcome have been prevented?
So the most successful part of resuscitation is in delivering an electrical shock or a defibrillation. Every second, every minute counts. Yes, 911 was called and while waiting for paramedics, we're still losing time in terms of the vital organs not getting the necessary blood supply. And the way this electrical shock can be delivered out in the community is with a machine called AED, Automated External Defibrillator. AEDs have become widely available out in the community, such as in school settings, gyms, airports, so that people can have easy access to delivering the shocks easily. They give very clear instructions so that one can follow in a very difficult situation and help save a life. So out in the community, highly encourage for every person to be able to gain basic knowledge in CPR or cardiopulmonary resuscitation and how to operate an AED to help save a life.
Thank you, doctors. Eyob was a God-loving young man, member of his church choir, and an active participant of Safe School Ambassadors, an organization that has shown love and respect to all. His absence is heavily felt in all of our lives. What could have been done to prevent this disease, Dr. Azra?
HCM could not be prevented altogether, but there are a lot of ways you can manage the disease so one can have a long lifespan and have a good quality of life. The most important thing is to identify the condition as early as possible. Dr. Metaku has mentioned this before, that in general, kids who participate in athletics should get a yearly athletic clearance with a complete and careful personal and family history along with physical exam. Patients with symptoms of HCM or family history of HCM should seek medical care as soon as possible. Even if no symptoms or family history, this disease reminds us the importance of general checkup with our doctor because it can help uncover symptoms of HCM. For those with family history of HCM, it's important they get genetic testing And if genetic testing is not available or it's not helpful, they should get repeated echocardiogram, which is a cardiac ultrasound. And amongst patients, individuals with family history of HCM, current recommendation is for athletes and adolescents to get yearly screening, and for adults who did not participate in competitive sports to get screening every 5 years.
On behalf of my family and friends, I sincerely thank all of you for your time, for sharing your expert knowledge with us, and the advice you gave us regarding this heart-related complication and what we need to know to avoid such a devastating loss. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Martha.
My name is Eyob Hope. We are parents of Eyob.
Thank you so much, doctors, for preparing this Know Your Heart awareness video. We are hoping it will save children's life so that no parents, sister, brother, friends, or family members won't have to go through what we went through.
Eyob Hope for Children and Youth Incorporation was established with help of our family and friends to honor the life of our son Eyob. Its objective is to provide medical assistance to those hospitals that provide free treatment to less fortunate children and youth who are suffering from heart-related diseases in Africa.
EHCY has started providing financial assistance to help high school students here in our area to participate in school co-curricular activities. We are also planning to host awareness program on hypertrophic cardiomyopathy to raise awareness at various schools, churches, community gathering to let everyone know about this deadly disease.
For more information on the assistance we are providing, our future plans, and our activities, please visit EHCY's website at www.ehcy.org. You may also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Please, if you'd like to donate to EHCY, please use Zelle, credit card, Venmo, PayPal, or write a check payable to EHCY. Thank you all.
Thank you, doctors.